Hello friends! My name is Emma and I'm the Regional Librarian for St. John's, part of Newfoundland and Labrador Public Libraries. Did you know that there is a legendary sea monster that has a connection to Newfoundland and Labrador? Not only that, but it's also based on a real animal. And today I want to tell you all about it. But first, I'd like you to try and guess. So I'm going to give you a few clues about this animal, and I want to see if you at home can figure out what I'm talking about today. First, they have huge eyes. They're perfect for finding their way around the deep, dark ocean where they live. Number two, they have long arms, which were believed to drag entire ships down. And three, this sea monster had many different names. Some of these names included devilfish, gigantic cuttlefish, Architeuthis, and their most famous one, the Kraken. Do you know what I'm going to talk about today? If you guessed giant squid, then you are absolutely correct. So while these stories about the giant squid are fantastical and a little bit scary, they're actually really shy animals, and we don't know a whole lot about them because of that. I love learning about these amazing creatures that live in our oceans, so I thought I'd share with you today the story of the giant squid and their connection to Newfoundland. And I even brought along a friend to help me with that. Everyone, meet Tickles. Tickles is our giant squid mascot for the A.C. Hunter Children's Library. As you can see, just like I said in my clues, he has huge eyes. He has one here on the front of his head and one on the other side, so two huge eyes. And he has long arms. He's got about 8 arms and 2 long tentacles like these. So the reason that we have Tickles here as the mascot for the library is because of the history of this giant squid in St. John's. So, once upon a time, sea monster bodies began washing up all over the coasts of Newfoundland and Labrador. These sea monsters were what we know as today as giant squids. People weren't totally sure about what to do with the bodies until a man from St. John's, Reverend Moses Harvey, decided that he would start collecting the bodies to study and sent them to scientists all over the world. Because of Harvey and the fishermen of these communities, we were able to learn so much more about the giant squids and learned that they are not in fact a monster, but just a very large and very secretive animal. So in order to learn a little bit more about Tickles here, I have found the perfect book for today's story time. It is called Giant Squid, and it's written by Candace Fleming and illustrated by Eric Roman. I love Candace Fleming's books because she writes often about the secret lives of animals here on our planet. Because of that, I'm really hoping we can get to know a little bit more about the giant squid so that they don't seem so scary as they've been made out to be. Are you ready to begin? All right, let's sit down and get started. So, giant squid. Here are its tentacles, 2 curling and twisting and 30 feet long, waiting for a passing fish, another squid, anything swimming by. Look here, the tentacles seize their prey. They surround their thrashing meal. They lash on with powerful suction-studded cups, and that's the amazing thing about animals with tentacles and arms like squids. They have these suction cups that helps them grip onto things, kind of like with our hands. Row after row of suckers ringed with saw-like teeth that rip into skin and hold on tight. 8 coiling arms join in, pushing the prey to its beak. And I love this picture because we get a real close look at the mouth of a giant squid. The beak, bone hard and parrot-like, it sits in the center of these 8 slithering arms, protruding from the creature's mouth, rotating from side to side, ripping prey apart. And what lies behind the beak? A dark hole, a mouth, and inside the mouth, a terrifying tongue-like ribbon of muscle covered with sharp, tiny blades that slice and grind. And a fantastic picture here of his eye, and I was showing you Tickle's eyes before. Look how big these ones are. Wow. In the murk, an eye round, unblinking, some big as soccer balls, the biggest eyes on the planet. But why? So it can spy pinpoints of light in its pitch black world. Glints, flickers, set off by tiny creatures, jellyfish and krill, disturbed by a diving sperm whale. Their flashes create a shimmering outline, faint, so faint. I don't know if you can see it from home, but there is an outline in the background, which I wonder is the whale that they describe on the page before. But not too faint for the big-eyed squid. The outline is a warning. Time to flee. Sucking water into its body and squirting it out, the creature jets away. Oh, I love this picture too because it shows the top. So they kind of have like this pinpointed head and they have these little fins on it here, you can see. Dangers pass, alone once more. In the murky depths, the creature floats, rising and falling at will. The squid is pinkish purple now, but any second it could change color. Maybe pale yellow, maybe silvery gray, maybe red with brown spots, or orange with black spots. Which patterns, which colors, it's another mystery. And that's the fantastic thing about creatures like squids and octopuses, that they change color. And there's lots of different reasons why they might do it. Might be camouflage, might be attracting a mate. But we really don't know when it comes to the giant squid. And speaking of mates, there are some baby squid on this page. Where does the female squid lay her eggs? How long does it take them to hatch? More unanswered questions, still more mystery. Yet one day a baby giant squid hatches from its egg, teensy tiny, just 2 inches long. In the ocean, it is dangerous to be bite-sized. And he's kind of hiding behind my head here, but there is a little mouth with teeth right in the corner here. Watch out for that barracuda, quick! Ink! And this is another fantastic thing about squids and octopuses, is they have this defense mechanism. So that when they're chased, they can squirt out ink and get away. You can't even see the squid here in the corner, and probably more in here. They use that to try and scare the predators so that they can make their escape. More ink. Oh, there looks like there's something behind this one. I'm gonna fold out the pages here for you guys. Try and make room for this huge picture. Would you look at that? Wow. And it's gone. That's the end. What an amazing book. I'm so glad I could share it with you today, boys and girls. All right, I hope you enjoyed the story that we read today, and I hope that you learned enough facts about the giant squid to realize they're not actually sea monsters, but these really cool creatures that we just don't know a whole lot about. So I think we've had enough learning today. Let's have some fun. I have a fun, quick little squid themed finger play that I want you to join in on at home. So you can either do this sitting down, like me, or you can stand up and stretch out those big arms just like a giant squid. So there's some actions and words, so I'll do it first, and then you can follow along with me at home the second time. Are you ready? All right, let's go. Once I saw a giant squid in the deep blue sea. I called, "Mr. Squid, won't you swim with me?" Then out came his arms, so very long and straight. I counted them, and we have to count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You think you've got it at home? Okay, let's do it together now. Once I saw a giant squid in the deep blue sea. I called, "Mr. Squid, won't you swim with me?" And out came his arms, so very long and straight. I counted them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job! You guys did really great. Thanks for joining in with me. Thank you for coming to our very special story time. Tickles and I had such a fun time talking about the giant squid. And we really hope that you learned something new today about one of our ocean's rarest creatures and its connection to our province. Stay tuned on the YouTube channel for way more videos like this one, and keep reading at home all summer long. Tickles and I hope to see you at the library very soon. Goodbye. Goodbye.